Gynzy is a quick and easy computer software that you can download. It comes with a 60-day free trial. Students and teachers can use it alike as long as the student is over the age of 13. You simply go to the website and create an account or log in. Once you have logged in, 4 boxes will pop up on the screen: Board, Tools, My Lessons, and Favorites, all of which were created by teachers who you are able to contact with questions and ideas. Subject boxes will also appear on the screen for you to choose from. From there, you are given a list of interactive activities to use with your class. Say I want to do a math activity on multiplication. I simply select the title and it filters the options for lessons based on that specific subject.
As we already mentioned, you can click on different lessons that are already prepared for you. There are lessons in math, science, language arts, and social studies. If I'm doing a lesson on plants, there are many resources readily available. I just click on the science tab, and all of the lessons will come up. So there's many on plants. I'll click on the first one for plant parts. Also, if there are 2 lessons that you like, you can put them together to make one big lesson. So if I went down the screen, there's one on the life cycle of a plant. I could put those 2 lessons together if I wanted to make the lesson bigger. When I open the lesson on plant parts, Okay. When I open the lesson on plant parts, it gives me a list of the things the lesson is going to cover. It involves the parts of the plant, matching questions, videos, and at the end, it wraps it up with a quiz on the materials learned. The lesson is interactive and the students get to match questions as well as use the pen to write down their answers in the space provided.
On the whiteboard, if you go to the Board tab, you will find various buttons at the bottom of the page. The first button is the Selection tool. The Selection tool is used to select and move images, widgets, and text. The second button is the pen. The pen can write and draw in different colors and thicknesses. You can also use the pen for highlighting. The third tool is the eraser. To erase notes, you can erase things manually, undo last steps, or erase everything. The fourth tool is the text feature. You can add text by typing it manually, and you can use it like you would on Word, and you can change the font, the size. You can italicize, underline, and make the writing bold. You can also add websites and other URL addresses. The fifth tool is shapes. By clicking on the shapes button, you can add a variety of different shapes, and you can change the color. You can add a border around it, and you can change the thickness of that border.
The image button is to find images for your lesson using the image library, Google Images, or you can import images from your computer. The Widgets button is to add widgets to your board. Widgets can be increased or decreased in size, move around, or you can lock them in place. The Extras button is to find extra tools like PDF tools, the glass plate, sound library, YouTube, and others. The Backgrounds button is to open sheets for handwriting or mathematics. You can also change the background color on the board. To add pages, you click the plus button at the bottom. And you use the arrow buttons to navigate between pages. For a page overview, you tap on the number button at the bottom of your screen. Here, you can copy, delete, or print individual pages from here. You can also save your pages as a lesson. You can also move the pages of your lesson around. So cool. I'm not done with Bird.
You got a guy younger than you.
So, if you click on the widget button, there are a variety of different tools. A lot of these tools can be used for math. So, for example, there's an analog clock, a digital clock, and a stopwatch. These tools can come in handy when you're teaching units in math, like time. There are also dice, which will come in handy when you teach units like probability. Now, to move these widgets onto the interactive whiteboard, you just simply click on the widget and it will move to the interactive whiteboard. Then it will show you the widget, and you can manipulate the widget by increasing it in size by just clicking on the arrows. And you can also move the widget around by just clicking on it. If you made a mistake, you can delete the widget by pressing the X button on the widget.
Seeds are the way that plants make new plants or reproduce. As we've learned, animals, and also the wind, can help to transport seeds to new locations where a few will germinate. Germinate is the word scientists use to describe a seed that begins to grow into a plant. Plants put a lot of food energy into their seeds so that the seed has enough energy to survive until its roots, stems, and leaves grow, at which point the plant can then begin to produce its own food. The stems of a plant are made up of tiny straws, which transport water from the roots up to the leaves, and transport sugars from the leaves down to the roots. Think of stems as the plant's highway system. Stems also provide structural support for the plant. If I germinate, I'll make a new plant. I do my best to attract pollinators. I take water and nutrients from the soil. I help to bring seeds to new locations. I transport water and food throughout the plant. I use the sun, carbon dioxide, and water to make food. Plants use colorful petals and a sweet liquid called nectar to attract insects and birds. This is because when insects and birds visit a flowering plant to feed on the nectar, they'll sometimes accidentally transfer pollen, a yellow powdery substance found in a part of the flower called the anther, to another part of the flower called the stigma, or to the stigma of another plant. This process is called pollination, and it's the process by which the plant creates new seeds. Think of flowers as a flashing neon sign in a storefront. Leaves help to create food energy for the plant because they are able to turn water, sunlight, and a part of the air called carbon dioxide into sugar and oxygen. The sugar is used as food for the plant, while the oxygen is released back into the atmosphere through the leaves. Think
and a ruler, and an abacus, and a calculator, and a timetable. Oh, that you can put your schedule in and draw and clean. There's crafts, you can create music. There's the language stuff. So there's also language stuff that you can use. If you're doing a language lesson and you need to draw or create music. I'm done, I can't do it.
I don't think creating music is language.
It's language arts. Right? Like the arts.
No, it's music.
How do you stop it again? Oh, this one.
You will see a variety of different math tools. Now, these come in handy when you're teaching units on time because there is an analog clock, a digital clock, and a dice clock. A dice clock? What the hell is a dice clock?
Well, it's a good thing.
Oh my god, I can't do it either.
Oh.